Hello, welcome back to Vintage Story. So, this is another one of those days, I think, where I'm going to make the decision to forego what I actually want to do, which is to go mining for more copper, and to start kind of, I guess, scoping stuff out with the prospecting pick isn't really going to be super useful right now because I don't really have a way of recording the results just yet. I'm thinking I'm going to use signs for that, but before I get the saw, I can't really have signs. So, anyway, excuse me. I'm going to go find food instead today, because I think that's going to do a couple of things that mining will not. Namely, it'll help me survive for another couple days. So I think, like I said last time, I have this crock should last me for another day or two, at least for today. These two, the grain and the turnips, it's another crock and a half, so that should last me for at least one more day after this. Probably a day, probably 2 days, I think. And then after that, I don't know. I don't think anything down there is actually ready to go. I can go check on that while I'm talking about this. Nothing down here is anywhere near ready to be harvested, as far as I know. And if I get more seeds, I can get more stuff growing and kind of get that started a little bit more. Excuse me. And yeah, this is still certainly not enough seeds to be sustainable. So I want to do that, I think. I want to go find more stuff to put in that garden. There we go. The other thing relating to that is I still have this skep to potentially, hopefully, do something with. And I think I should be able to find where those bees are again. Hopefully I won't fall in that hole again. And we can get that going. So that would mean that I'm probably going to be scoping out over in that direction for food, for more crops and more things. And that's probably fine, because I wasn't specifically looking for crops before, so it's probably real easy for me to have missed any. I think what I want to do before I go, certainly want to make sure I bring food with me. And this is going to last 2 days in my inventory, so I think I'm going to bring this crock with me. And the only other thing I think I want to do before I go is put these spoiling berries in the spoiling things box over here, which is this one. Everything else, I have 3 spears, which is enough. I really want to find more flax. One more mature flax plant should get me enough for a bag, which will make going out on these expeditions a little bit nicer. I'm also going to take these down. I don't know how long they've been up there. Probably haven't even been up there very long, but I'm going to take them down anyway, and then put them in there. And then we can head out. So, here we go. Already. None of them are mature, though. These are carrots. You know what? I'm just gonna get it anyway, even though none of them are mature. Of course, the one that's grown the most doesn't give me anything. I'm gonna go ahead and just go plant these right now. Another thing I'm gonna do soon, probably not for another day or two at least, but soon I want to expand on this. I want to like make these plots a little bigger. Where'd those seeds go? So there's only 2 seeds, but that's fine. I still think I need at least 4 plots. I'm not really rotating them properly right now, but at some point I will. I'm already kind of messing it up, I think, by using 2 plots at once. Because if I was if I was doing this, I guess, planning ahead a little better, just like mixing a bunch of things together in one plot would be fine. Because I could just let that one plot be fallow when I actually move everything around. But I guess also, since I don't have any, I think it's pea crops that I don't have any of right now. I only have 2 kinds of crops to grow. Oh, here we go. This is nice. This is not very far away at all. How much? I can probably mark this. I'm going to mark this in a place that I can see it. So this isn't really close to where it actually is. But I want to be able to see it. I don't want the mark to be hidden in the trees. Because I'll never see it if it's hidden in the trees. But what I was saying before, I only have enough crops for basically 2 plots anyway. So using 2 plots for mixed crops is probably okay because none of them are pea crops. So when I actually get pea crops to grow, I can use one of the existing one of the plots that I already have. Okay. So I was looking at it. The bees should be this way, from that ruin. Hopefully there's no wolves over here. I don't specifically remember where they were. And the rain certainly makes it harder to hear them. And they may not even make any noise when it's raining, because I'm not sure if they actually come out and do anything in the rain. Ooh! Ooh, ooh. No. Oh my god. That is unfortunate. But the fortunate part is that I am a lot faster in the water than they are. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh, that's nerve-wracking. Okay, let's get this on my hotbar. Heal up a bit. Need to get around you. Get my other spears back. Ah, that's so scary. Okay. We should be fine. We should be fine. Nope. Alright, now he's running. No. No. Come on. There we go. Okay. So that's not terrible. That could have been a lot worse than it was. As much as I hate to do it, I think I have to kill the pups too. Because they're just gonna grow up and then be a problem. Guess one of my spears broke. That's sad. I really don't like doing that. But this is a survival game. Gotta do what's necessary. There they are. Okay. Do I have anything else? No, I'm not going to elevate this, I guess. Put this here. Got all these flowers. So I think these flowers actually need to be close to the hive and not the skep. I'm not sure. I guess these are close enough. Some more. I'm not sure how. I feel like that doesn't update as fast as I want it to. I'm just gonna drop as many of these as I can, because I really don't want to be holding on to them. It says 10, so hopefully it'll pick up on more, and eventually they should move into the skep. But that'll take a few days. I'm not really sure how long that should actually take. And I did lose a spear there. I think it probably broke. So I'm going to make a new one. Okay, so that's, I mean, overall, for as scary as that was, that's, turned out to be not so bad in terms of getting stuff out of it. I guess my torches went out. It's okay. That's why I left the other two at home. I'm gonna fill up my other thing, my bowl again. And it is now 11 o'clock. Plenty of time. I mean, as far as crops go, I feel like they're basically everywhere, and I just never see them. I think I'm just really bad at spotting them. There are some things, like the bushes make it a lot harder to find them, but in these open fields, they really shouldn't be that hard to see. But I'm not really seeing any over here. So that's back home. This is a rabbit. It's probably a fox that got this. One red meat. Okay, so I'm basically full on stuff, so I'm gonna go back home and drop stuff off to go back out again. Get that rabbit if I can. Nope, that's not getting the rabbit. Oh well. Not a super big deal. Got a decent amount of bushmeat now. Would like to get more horsetail. Ooh. That's kind of exciting. Caves in this game make me real nervous. I really don't like them. And I sort of hate that I actually have to go in them. Let's see if there's any more stuff around here to pick up. There's this. There's a couple of things arrive. Full up. I guess, yeah, I should drop stuff off before I look around some more. That's still going. Nope. put... Yeah, the bush meat really doesn't last very long. Meat in general doesn't last very long. Uh-oh. 1 second. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Alright, sorry about that. Fat's good. Hides are good. That's a small hide. And bones are good. Do I have anything else? I need to put these bushes down. And that should be fine. I'm going to put the torches away too, since they're extinguished. Okay. Go pick up these couple of seeds over here. Hopefully. Or I could not pick them up. Some stuff over here. Well, that was really disappointing. Huh. I haven't been up that way yet. Probably not gonna have a whole lot of crops. Could see what's over here across the water, because I know that's attached down that way now. Nothing on here. Doesn't look like it. It's all trees though, which is kind of hard to find stuff in. Oh, I should probably pick up some more horsetail when I see it. One lonely horsetail. Don't really want to go too deep in here because I'm totally gonna get lost. gives you... Oh, here we go. That makes it feel like this outing was worth it. 'Cause that's gonna get me one bag. Which isn't much, but it's a start. There's actually more crops over here. I mean, just those few, but more crops over here than I thought there would be. And they kind of were in a spot that I don't think I would have seen before. So disappointing. It's one off. Oh, here's some actual food. That also makes it feel like this outing was worth it. Not much in the way of actual grains, so making porridge with vegetables is maybe not great. I don't know if you can cook vegetables by themselves. You might be able to. If I can, I'll be pretty happy with that. Just water. There was another cave entrance over there, I think. Cave entrance right here. Or just a little tide pool type thing. Okay. This is fine. There's still a little bit of daylight. Yeah, daylight's gonna start going away, but still a little bit. I want to do... I feel like I should do something else with the daylight that I have left. A little more use for these reeds now. A little bit. Start planning for the beekeeping area. Wherever I'm going to put that. That one. We are calm again. Maybe we will have another quiet night. to one thing I really want to make sure I do is light these other couple of torches. And then we can go plant these seeds. Should probably get that bushmeat cooking while I do stuff like this. What do I have right now? This is flax and turnips. This is flax. Okay, let's make sure everything over here is watered enough. Everything looks full. Okay. Some more foods. Let's get this bag. Actually, hold on. I want to get the bushmeat going. Okay. Now let's get the bag. Oops. And that's empty. Yeah. And we can get that up, get the reeds back. We're still calm. We're still calm. Get some more poultice. These fire pits got done, or pit kilns, and they're just more molds. Okay. That's just fine. I'm gonna need more fuel. A little bit of lag there. Okay. Let's do that, I guess. Don't really know where to store my excess peat for now. There's a little bit of protein in my diet, up to 16 hit points. I have a little bit of cob. I think I'm gonna use this cob to fill in a little bit of this hole over here, since I keep trying to run into it. Even though I keep trying to run into it, I'm probably already in the habit of avoiding it. Well, that's actually probably helpful. Oh, that's all the top I have. That's fine. Yeah, I'd say that's actually probably helpful, because now I'm not going to be as tempted to go that way. How long does this last? 2.7 days. If I put it in here, it'll last for 5 days. I should cook this meat too, just by itself, because I'm probably not going to get another one to turn into a pot meal. Okay, so what time is it? It's 22. We're still calm. I am on my last crock, so once this is done cooking, should cook with the pot as well. I'm going to collect some of this grass while I'm waiting for all that to happen. And I guess I'm not sure how many extra fences do I have? 6? And how much dirt? I have a little bit of medium fertility soil. And I have gravel. I was thinking I'd use the gravel for the in-between spots, in between these plots, instead of the cobblestone. So I don't actually have all that much extra medium fertility right now, so I'm only going to expand this out 1. And I think that's going to be fine, because that will make these plots a multiple of 3, because they're 5 right now, so then there'll be 6. And that will be a little more ideal for a scythe. And that will also give me, that will mean that where this sort of new fence is going to go, this will end up being the new, or like a midway point between 2 more plots on that side. I'm going to do this. I probably don't need to do this because I don't think any rabbits are going to come in here while I'm in here. But have my methods, I guess. I like to be sure. Don't want to have to worry about it. Oops. That's not where that should go. Just put it over there. And I will need to get the hoe over here, I guess. I don't currently have a shovel. It's not really what I expected to happen, but that's okay. I keep forgetting I don't really need to jump in there like that. Go get the hoe. Oh, is this done? Yeah. Let's cook this one real quick. Can probably put the gravel back. That's not what I wanted. Where's the hoe? There it is. Give me that. Thank you. Yeah, okay. I wish it let me open the campfire while I had the cooking pot in my hand. I can do this, right? Yeah. Use some of these berries before they go bad. Put this in there. Okay. I'll put the tools on this side. It's 130. Right, let's put the dirt away. And that should be fine. Okay, those aren't going bad at all yet. I feel like it's already starting to get light. Okay, so that does help a lot with the amount of food that I have. And combine those, make them last a little longer. I might not have... I can use the FLAC screen, but it's not as good. But it's probably fine. For the sake of staying alive, it's probably fine. And these should last a good amount of time, another couple days at least. I guess this one crock lasted me for 1 day, but I guess the calorie count, or whatever, the saturation count, is a little bit lower than it is for these two, so those should last a little longer. And with the FLAC screen, there's another crock and a half's worth with these. These aren't really that much, but they'll make everything last a little longer. So I think I feel okay about actually doing some mining tomorrow. And there are... oh my. That's like all of a sudden... Ow. Ow. No. Well, this is exciting. This is not what I expected to happen. It just showed up everywhere, and it's apocalyptic right now. From calm to apocalyptic. Not gonna be able to get back in there. There's still guys up there. There's a rift right there. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go a little long this episode. I'll let it get light out to where they'll stop spawning. Ow. I don't even know where they are. There's one. Oh, come on. That's a little bit annoying. I've never had, I mean, I guess it hasn't really been that long, but I've never had the rifts, like, open right next to me before. It seems to be happening a lot this run-through, this playthrough. It really catches me off guard. There we go. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna call it here, and I'll see you next time.